Hello, Scorpio, and welcome to your weekly tarot forecast for the week of July 20th, guys. I'm filming this on the 18th. We have that incredible comet Neowise. It's orbits like every 6,700 years or something like that. It is incredible. Good luck. Thank goodness this comet's meant to be a little bit more fortuitous in nature. I'd highly suggest looking it up, seeing how it might pertain to you. I know it is moving through the constellation of Gemini and expecting some of Mercury as well. So you might want to look that up. Now, this is for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Rising. So check all three, especially your Moon since that lunar eclipse. And right after this, I am going to be doing your love forecast readings. The link is down below. And if you're not sure about your Sun, your Moon, or your Rising, there's a free birth chart calculator as well down below. All right, guys, my beautiful Scorpios, let's get started. Scorpio for the week of July 20th. Okay, there's the energy of Scorpio for the week of July 20th. And a theme for the week. I'm seeing like a theme for the past 3 weeks for you, Scorpio. So let's get started. The Solutions card, the Emperor, the Four of Wands, the Ace of Cups, the Chariot, the Knight of Swords, the Seven of Wands, the Decision card, the World. The theme of the week is the Death card and the Eight of Wands. All right, Scorpio, let's do this. This is my sun sign, and I have a lot of respect for my beautiful Scorpios. I have a lot of Scorpionic friends. All right, first things first, beginning of this week. I love this because you're starting out with the Solutions card and the Emperor. You're taking hold of this week, Scorpio, and I love it. It's about taking charge of a situation, and you're not even being emotional about it anymore. You're being very practical, logical, and like very controlled. This is this, and this is that. Despite how you feel, despite how I feel, despite how anybody feels, these are the facts, and let's move forward. It reminds me a little bit of like a judge, but the Emperor is someone who's like, no, I know, he's very ambitious. You know what you want. Four of Wands, Ace of Cups. This has to do with relationships. This has to do with marriage. This has to do with your future. It has to do with maybe homes. It definitely has to do with homes because Four of Wands and Ace of Cups both represent homes. Maybe you're ready to move with somebody. Maybe you're asking, where is this going? Is there a future here? What's the next steps? And I feel like this is very reminiscent of last week, guys. And I do have your love forecast down below, so you might want to check that out. But this is all about moving forward. You have the Chariot on top of it. I mean, Scorpio, you have a power in you this week. And I freaking love this because this is empowering. I know who I am. I know what I bring. I know what I'm worth. I know where I'm going. And I'm getting there. I don't have to know all the steps. I know I'm going there. This is what I want. This is what I deserve. And that's not even about settling. I'm going to create it. And you're moving. The Chariot's like, I'm moving. Let's do this. What's happening here? And you're having a lot of discussions. And this is good because the best couples and relationships, I always say this, the ones I've seen are the ones who have some logic. They're very logical. And people are like, that's not romantic. It isn't, but it's practical because emotions are transient. They move. So if you want your relationship to be like this, play on your emotions all the time. But you're being logical. You might say something like, we've been dating for this long, or these are the logical next steps. And some people are like, well, let's just be organic and go with the flow. And there's nothing wrong with that if two people agree to that. But if you're at a stage in your life where you want to start settling, I don't like that term. Settling is just negative. Plant roots and share your life with somebody, there's nothing wrong with that either. You know what you want, and it looks like you want to, especially with that Four of Wands, I think some Scorpios out there really want to have their own homes. Maybe with this market too, I want to have my own home. I want to invest in things that matter. The water signs have a theme. You have the Knight of Swords, so the universe is like quick decisions. Knight of Swords is decisive, and so is the Emperor. Decisive, logical, sudden. Boom, boom, boom. You've played this song before, and in the past, I'm thinking, Scorpio, you let the song play too long. The record just ran out. And now it's not. It's like, we're going to make decisions. And it's not just about making decisions. These cards are about actual tangible movement. This is like kind of like when you have your business plan, but you're actually putting those steps in order. We called the realtor, we got pre-approved, or we went looking at rings, or we got our backpacks, we're traveling the world together, whatever it is, whatever direction this is, there is tangible movement. Now we have the Seven of Wands. Don't you back down, Scorpio. Seven of Wands is like, you defend your beliefs, your decisions. This is not negotiable. You know, some things are, like what color we're going to paint the house. But the fact that maybe you want to buy a house, do it. I'm doing it, with or without. This is what you want. You go for it. You do it. You might be like, well, I'm waiting for this. No, you have to have confidence. You need to claim that personal power and say, this is my worth. Because if you can't do that for yourself, don't expect anybody else to do it, right? We teach people, by example, through words and actions, how we deserve to be treated. And you have the decision card right here. If you back down, it's because you lack confidence. And I'm not, judging in any way, but understand it's not out of love. It's not because, I love this person. You're doing it because you're afraid. It's natural. But I want to know how many people have been in this situation and for how long. Comment down below. How long? How long has this been happening? Release yourself. Release yourself. Don't be afraid, because if you stay, that's fine, but that's also your choice. You have the world. The world is a happy ending, but it's an ending nonetheless. This story, this chapter, you've been reading it over and over again. Don't you want to move to the next chapter? Don't you want to see how this ends? It's about movement. Now we have the Death card and the Eight of Wands. It's quick. That's the same Nine of Swords. Quick decisions. Now the Death card can mean the end of something, a relationship. It can mean the end of a particular, level of relationship, but it can also mean the end of this damn discussion, the end of this story. Now we're moving forward. Now we're doing this. But something's going to happen, Scorpio. And we all know this, right? You all know that when we're in a crappy job and we should quit, but we're too scared to quit, what happens? The job gets crappier and crappier and worse until we're stuck between a rock and a hard place and we have no choice but to quit or get fired. That happens in all of life. When we know that we're in situations that don't serve us, first our body tells us headaches, stomach aches, can't sleep. And then, because the outside world is a reflection of our inside world, we see it everywhere else. Roadblock, door block, arguments. Until you make a decision. It's up to you. I always say, if possible, do it on your terms. Because when it comes to the universe's terms, the universe loves you, but also knows a Band-Aid rip is the easiest thing, So having these discussions and have tangible evidence and show me. I feel like Jerry Maguire, show me the money. But it's movement. This is going to be fast. So don't be afraid of this, because you doing this is guaranteeing you're going to have it. Because you're walking. The universe always follows action. I love vision boards. I love affirmations. But if your actions are in contradiction to your vision and your affirmation, doesn't matter how many days I am this, I am that, your actions always trump it. Every time. So now you're like, screw it. I'm walking my talk. I'm walking my path. Walk with me or don't. But I know as I walk, I will attract everything and everyone that I need. Let's do this, Scorpio. I'm so proud of you. If you like a more in-depth tarot session, your love reading is down below. Let's see how that works out. A soul reading or a healing session. My links are down below. Otherwise, I will see you next week for next week's readings.